Brothers! He's running after us! Hit it! Hit that bitch! Hit that!
There are times when trail cams record more than just animals grazing here and there. From Bigfoot, aliens, and night crawlers to dancing bears and breathing earth. Here are some trail cam captures that no one was supposed to see. Extinct mouse deer. In the deep, dark woods lie secrets, and among those secrets are creatures which you and I, or even scientists, might think have been dead for quite long. But in reality, they are just there, wandering far away from human eyes. However, this trail cam made sure to capture one when a two-tone mouse deer was recorded in Vietnam. According to scientists, the species had been extinct for about 3 decades, but the world was shocked when it saw the footage of one alive and healthy, taking a stroll in the woods. The clip might be a little short, but in those few seconds, we see a rare breed who somehow managed to save itself from the hunters and the predators both, and thus survived. Before moving any further, like this video and subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. Alien-like creature. In January 2013, while going through the footage of the trail cam left in the woods for days, a guy came across something pretty creepy. He termed it as an alien, but for some people, it looked like a ghost or some unknown creature too. At first, I thought it might just be some distorted bush or maybe an animal, but upon observing closely, the way it moves and stares dead straight at the camera, it definitely isn't something normal. It looks like a woman, but with big, wide, flashing eyes and long hair. I'm getting those creepy goosebumps by just looking at it. Ugh. Elk with a tire. It all started with a trail cam footage where an elk was recorded with a tire stuck around its neck. For 2 years, it wandered about his usual life along with the tire. His antlers and his neck grew over time, and it became impossible for the elk to get rid of the tire by himself. The wildlife officials were worried about him and decided to do something. They tranquilized him and tried removing the tire. Unfortunately, they had to cut off his antlers too. But hopefully, he'll soon grow a beautiful pair of antlers again. A Bigfoot. 2 kids, their curiosity, and a camera led to us getting this unusual footage of Bigfoot roaming around in the jungle. It isn't a trail cam footage, but it was an epic video, and it at least deserved to be added to the list. Look at the size of the creature, and the way it is swinging around its hands. It looks way too much like a gorilla, but we all know gorillas do not walk like that. Gotta say, I'm now more sure of the existence of Bigfoot, and you should be too. Night crawlers. Some call them night crawlers, others call them soul walkers. Well, whatever you're gonna call them, this is one of the most soothing, creepy videos I've ever laid my eyes on. This footage was recorded in 2011 in California, USA, and it shows 2 stick-like creatures walking around in the woods. One of them looks like a baby ghost, and the other looks like a mama ghost. Or maybe it's the dad? Well, whoever it is, that's a cute and peaceful ghost family just enjoying their night stroll. I got reminded of Casper looking at them. According to some people, they are souls still trapped on Earth. What do you think? A sneak attack. We are all familiar with lions being such ferocious and sneaky attackers, but when do they exactly practice their sneaking skills? Well, this video will show you that. A young mountain lion was recorded on a trail cam practicing all the sneak attacks it needs to be doing the next day. Don't know what it's trying to catch, though it did remind me of my cat's little sneaky attempts on me. The way it slowly moves forward and then jumps suddenly, it's one hell of a cute mountain lion, I'll say. Dancing bear. When a wildlife channel puts cameras in the jungle, they just wanted to get some good footage of animals being themselves. What they did not know was that they will get to witness bears swinging their bums and moving like Shakira in the woods. Now, like us humans, bears get itchy at times, but unlike us, they scratch their backs with the trees, and they just love doing it. I mean, look at them! They're making me want to go out and try that. Animals reacting to reflections. A French photographer set up a camera and a huge mirror in the middle of the jungle to see how the animals will react to their reflection. And he got more than what he expected. Where the leopard could not stop admiring itself, the gorilla thought it was a good opportunity to fight with himself and to show who is better. The elephant did not mind much, but the chimpanzees, well, they wanted to see what they looked like while scratching themselves. I bet the chimpanzees are the only ones who know how to love themselves. Lion attacks a camp. Sometimes, while camping, you get uninvited visitors. They can be mosquitoes and other insects if you're lucky. But if you're not, like this guy in this clip, then you might get a visit by a curious, huge male lion and 2 of his lionesses. The man was peacefully sleeping in his tent when all of a sudden he was surrounded by lions. Good thing he just decided to stay where he was and not try to run away or something. It looks like the lions were just curious about what was happening and had no intention of tearing up the human. Still, the camper had the most memorable night of his life. 2-headed deer. We do not know the context, but it looks like the deer had one hell of a fight, considering he's wearing the head of another deer as a crown. Or is it like a second head he's grown? What do you think? Spooky lights. We don't get to see shimmering lights in the middle of the deep dark woods, unless it is, of course, some human with a torch passing by. But what this camera recorded were just lights and no humans anywhere near it. In the rural woods of British Columbia, a camera captured some spooky lights. And no, they were not the eyes of any animal either, since no raccoon or deer eyeballs could reflect light in this manner. What makes them even stranger is that they appear to be staring down at the camera from beyond the trees. These strange lights demonstrate why you can never know what to expect from your trail camera, as sometimes you may capture candid animal moments, but other times you may find deeply disturbing footage that becomes a mystery intriguing many people. Breathing Earth. This unusual occurrence was seen on a trail cam when the Earth was recorded bobbing up and down like it's tired from the continuous spinning and orbiting of the sun and needs a minute to stop and catch its breath. This phenomenon is called breathing Earth, and it happens when the ground becomes a little loose and the wind is stronger than usual, causing it to move up and down like it is breathing. But if someone had to encounter it without knowing what it was, it would undoubtedly be horrifying. You might believe that the Earth is about to swallow you up, but it's not for the faint of heart. This phenomenon is undoubtedly one of the craziest things a trail camera has ever recorded. Raccoons fighting a deer. Usually known as the garbage busters in North America, raccoons are not only annoying the crap out of humans, but bucks as well. For instance, in this clip, the small thieves that were stealing from the fields' laid-out food were first allowed, but after a few hours and a few more raccoons, the buck's tolerance was pushed to the limit. He decided to act on his own because the food supply was getting short, but the raccoons continued showing up. However, the sheer number of raccoons and their characteristic persistence eventually left the deer feeling rather overwhelmed, which led to the beginning of a small war. Bigfoot. A massive beast-like creature was recorded on a trail cam one night. The source of the video remained unknown, but it does not look edited at all, and we can see the creature moving behind the trees in the darkness of the night. For me, it comes under the description of a Bigfoot, so that's what I'm gonna call it. Dobby. We are all fans of Harry Potter and his mysterious fantasy world, but just imagine what it would be like if it was all actually true. After looking at this clip and this creature, which looks just like Dobby from Harry Potter, I'm starting to think that maybe there is a hidden world of magic somewhere unknown to us humans. The creature looked like it was doing some sort of chicken dance, and by the looks of the movement and those thin legs, it definitely was not a human. A trespassing bear. Because it was late at night and nobody could intervene, this bear decided to make a snack out of some chickens. He tried to gain access, but it was ineffective, so he tried to eat up the door. But then a strange voice startled him, so he decided it was best to flee as quickly as possible. What actually happened there was that when the chicken's owner, named Haley, woke up in the middle of the night and saw a bear trying to get into her chicken coop, she immediately jumped to a window and shouted at it from a safe distance. To be honest, I'd be scared too, hearing those strange noises she made. A spider-like creature. This spooky video was captured by some unknown person and then uploaded on the internet. Of course, the world was shocked by this spooky spider-like creature. Or is it a crab? At first, I thought it might be a dog in a spider costume, but upon closer look, it definitely was not that. The only dog who was there looked terrified of this creepy bent-leg creature, and we're not sure what it might be. A creepy creature. When a man in Kentucky uploaded this video on Facebook, people were shocked to see the man's front yard was being stalked by a gaunt, bright humanoid creature. It was eager to pounce on the first prey it came across as it moved slowly across the area and stooped down with its back bowed and arms forward. When the video was broadcasted on television, no one was able to identify it, although one Twitter user said they also saw a pale humanoid figure sprinting across their neighbor's lawn. Another user stated something about a monster vanishing into the forest. So it looked like this wasn't the creature's first appearance in that area. Buck sheds its antlers. A deer buck in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, was caught on a trail camera shedding off its antlers. It might look weird to us, but it's something pretty normal in the bucks community, as all male bucks shed their antlers in winter and make room for the growth of new and stronger antlers each season. This process of antler shedding begins in late winter and early spring, though I'm still surprised at how it looks like the buck himself was weirded out by the experience, so much that it quickly ran away in confusion. A cute fight. I get it that for the rabbit community, it might have been one hell of a fight, but if we humans see these two bunnies trying to have a fist fight while hopping around in such sync, we can't help but think it's adorable. Doesn't mean that we should interfere though. I mean, who knows? We might end up getting a punch in our face too. Croc attacks trail cam. Crocodiles are the ultimate killing machines. They just do not care about anyone or anything. Even if you're a camera just sitting in peace somewhere trying to record them. Nope, they will slowly sneak up on you, and in a second, you will be between the strong jaws with nowhere to run. A trail cam thief. A coyote was just passing by through the woods when it happened to lay its eyes upon a trail camera nearby. Might have sparked its interest as it moved near, again and again, trying to grab the camera. After a few attempts, it even succeeded and ran with the camera as fast and as far as it could. The camera had a long and tiring journey with the coyote until it was found all bruised and scratched by its rightful owner. A bear fight. Simply experiencing the monstrous growls of this enormous beast will give you goosebumps. This trail camera captured this deadly encounter between two male bears. It began with one bear warning the other with a horrifying snarl, and then moved on to pouncing and biting the other bear. It was a truly insane fight in the middle of the woods that lasted for a few minutes and ended when both of them parted ways. Bobcat versus rattlesnake. Bobcats are the wild cat species which hunt and eat a variety of animals. This one, however, got caught on a trail cam when it came across a rattlesnake while going somewhere and made sure to kill it before moving on with what it was doing in the first place. Though we must say that it took a lot of effort from those claws before it crushed and bit the snake's head. That was one brutal fight right there. Mommy wolf. Following the flood that the snowmelt generated, a mother wolf was seen removing her cubs from their den. The wolf can be seen entering and exiting the den on a trail camera. She had to carry her offspring outside to prevent them from drowning when the snow on the den began to melt over the course of the following days. The mother wolf, who appeared to be terrified in the video, demonstrates how kind and loving she can be by saving all 7 of her babies from drowning while risking her own life. There's nothing that can compare to a mother's love for her children. A kangaroo fight. There are several videos of human fights that go viral online, but people, it's extremely uncommon to see kangaroos fighting, isn't it? I'm referring to a trail camera footage that captures 2 kangaroos squabbling with one another. You might not find this fascinating, but those 2 kangaroos were observed boxing as if they were the FUFC's top fighters. If anyone's wondering what the FUFC is, that's the Forest Ultimate Fighting Championship. The fight broke out when the wild creatures grabbed each other by the neck and attempted to knock one another out. Nevertheless, we can conclude that after their argument, both of them parted ways in peace. Weird lights. It is quite impossible to discern what these lights might be. Others feel it could be something out of this world, such as aliens that conspiracy theorists and believers love to talk about. Some online skeptics claim that it's just a bug flying in front of the trail camera. Do you consider this to be evidence that we are now being visited by aliens, or that they may be there but unnoticed? Maybe not. But what about UFOs or other unusual aircraft flying overhead? Still, we just have this video, which may or may not be what we think it is, cause it is no strong evidence. Bear versus camera. This hungry black bear was captured on camera by a trail camera as it attempted to chew up the shutter, mistaking it for a honeycomb. It pounced upon the camera with its large mouth and pointed teeth, almost completely destroying the camera lens, before giving up and leaving behind breath fog on the lens. I hope the bear would have found a real honeycomb nearby. Skinwalker. A pretty short and blurry video, but this is totally something you wouldn't believe if it wasn't filmed. A weird creature can be seen crawling in a creepy way on the ground in broad daylight. Good thing the kids recording this were at a safe distance. Do let us know what you think about this one in the comments below. A great horned owl. Now, this might look nothing unusual to some of you, but let me tell you, having an owl, in fact a great horned owl, having a peaceful stroll in broad daylight while inspecting not just the camera, but the surroundings as well, isn't a sight you get to see every day. For me, I love these majestic creatures, so there was no way I'd let the video pass without mentioning them owls. A sneak attack. Lions, we all know, are known for their hunting abilities, but this clip recorded by a trail cam showed how the lions have mastered their skills, even if it is pitch darkness of the night. This lion jumped literally out of nowhere and had the deer in its grip in a matter of a few seconds. A strange love story. The Globe was undoubtedly stunned by this clip from an Indian news channel, which showed a cow and a leopard sitting together, as if they've known each other for a very long time and are trying to catch up after some time. It's still a complete mystery as to how these two got along, because both of these animals are on the other side of the food chain. Perhaps they were nurtured together before the leopard ventured out into the wild. A giant tumor. While hunting, this guy came across a weird sight. A deer with its stomach the size of a football. It might even be bigger than that. The deer had a tumor building up right there and was grazing like it was no problem at all. Maybe it didn't hurt that much, but I guess we'll never know because the guy decided to not hunt it that day and let it go. No further investigations were done either to find and cure the deer of whatever horrible disease it was suffering from. A goblin. On the Sumatran island, a weird creature was seen moving down a dirt road. Some viewers speculated that the figure might belong to the fabled goblin race, who were thought to live in the forests. The bald creature leapt out of the trees as the motorcycle riders were riding down the track. One of the bikers even fell off his bike when he looked at the weird creature, as it started running as soon as the humans got near. Another biker tried to look for the creature as it disappeared into some bushes by the side of the road, and the gang stopped where the man vanished. It was nowhere to be seen. Bear munching on bones. A trail camera video showed a group of bears in the forest eating and playing with a skeleton. The myth that bears don't touch the dead can be said to be disproven, as we now see. The skeleton belonged to an antelope that perished from starvation or in combat with another creature. The bear approached the trail camera and skeleton late at night to investigate what was going on, as the first half of the film was being recorded. The following morning, the bear came back with his friends, probably showing them the cool thing he had found the other night. And they started playing with this skeleton before starting to eat it. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.